Hey everyone, GoBot here, back today with a brand new post-game show episode for Madden 20 franchise with the Dallas Cowboys. As the Cowboys get a big win. It's 27-16. We battled from behind. We came through with the win. Now we're going to go ahead and advance forward to week 15. 3 weeks left in our regular season here, ladies and gentlemen, as we are getting ready for the Cleveland Browns on the road. So we got to get ready for Myles Garrett out there, who we know we were sacked 10 plus times last game against the Redskins, so we need to not let him beat us today in that game. So we're going to go ahead and get to the scouting element and game plan as we're getting ready for OBJ, Baker Mayfield. We haven't played this Browns team, so I'm actually very, very excited to play them and see them in person, because we haven't really got to see them this season. But the Cowboys, we have 2 guys returning from injury. Jarwin and Jalen Smith are back from injury, ladies and gentlemen. And let's go ahead. And the big question mark we all had were, did the Eagles win? And there's your answer. They did. They're still 9-4. They're still on top in the NFC East. And that just pains me so much, because we are winding down on our season here. The Bengals have already clinched. They're the first team in at 11-2 this year, as they were just defeated by somebody. Now the Panthers are second best in the league. So let's go to the AFC North right now. The Bengals at 11-2 lead the division. We're getting ready to go up against these 9-4 Browns, which are currently right now on a 2-game losing streak. So we're going to see if we can continue that and make it a 3-game losing streak, because they're right now in a little bit of a jam. The Colts at 9-4 leading there in AFC South. The AFC East right now is led by just a 1-game lead by the Bills at 8-5. The Patriots are coming on. They're on a 3-game win streak, trying to come back in there in that division. The AFC West right now is led by the Chargers on a 2-game win streak over the Chiefs at 6-7. The NFC North, again, it's anybody's game pretty much out there for these first 3 teams. Lions and Bears both at 6-7. The Lions are nudging out the Bears just barely from head-to-head contests. The 10-3 Panthers lead right now over the 9-4 Saints in the NFC South. The Panthers, of course, right now 3-game streak winners, and the Saints coming off a loss. The NFC East, the Eagles are winners of 4 in a row now, are 9-4 this season. The Cowboys, with their win, get back in the win column and are now 9-4. But again, because we are defeated in head-to-head contests twice by the Eagles, they hold the tiebreak, and they will be NFC East champions if everything holds the same. Heading to the West, the Cardinals, who defeated us 2 weeks ago, are now 9-4, leading their division with 4-game win streak over the Seahawks, who have the same record, who they hold the tiebreak over. So there we are. That's how everything's shaking up here. Let's go ahead. I want to kind of give you all the road ahead before we look at the standings, or the stats and everything. But the Cowboys, of course, we got the Browns on the road. The Eagles are getting ready to go up against the Cardinals. So that's a massive game, y'all. If there's a game on the schedule for the rest of the season for the Eagles, it's going to be this one right here. The Cardinals on the road against the Eagles. It's the Redbirds versus the Greenbirds there. Who will come out on top? The winner of that game will very likely be the division winners in their respective divisions. If the Eagles win, they're likely to hang on in the division. If the Cardinals win, they'll win their division. But Cowboys need desperate help here from the Cardinals to win this game, because if you look at their schedule coming forward the rest of the season, the Eagles in week 16 have the Redskins, which should be a dub for them at home, and then they finish on the road against the Giants, which that should also be a win for the Eagles. So we really, really need some help here from the Cardinals, and then if we don't get it from them, we're going to have to see if we can get some help from within the division. But the Cowboys right now, you see Dak still 3rd in passing this year. Pretty dang good. Zeke now is the number 1 touchdown man in rushing, but 9th in rushing yards, and number 1 receiver this year is Amari Cooper with over 1,100 yards receiving. So let's go ahead and look at all these stats. Again, Dak gets that 1 touchdown, no picks last game, so he's now 18-16, so that's better, at least right there. Zeke still, again, missing those games with injuries, but he's still right there in the top amongst all categories. Receiving-wise, Cooper, with his 72 catches, puts him at the top in the team. 7 touchdowns now for him with that touchdown he added on at the end. Awuzie is our leading tackler with 107 tackles this season. And the sack machine, DeMarcus Lawrence, at 22 sacks. We're going to see how that stacks up across the NFL as a whole. So let's go ahead. Let's get to the league leaders for all categories. And Kirk Cousins, the top passer with over 3,900 yards passing, 24 touchdowns, 13 picks. The top touchdown man in the league is Marcus Mariota with 33 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. And look at Cam. What a year he's having out there. 32 touchdowns, 5 picks for him. Top pick man in the league. Brady still with 18 interceptions, 29 touchdowns. Thrown the most interceptions this season. Top rusher in the league right now is Chris Carson. Still has over 1,100 yards rushing. McCaffrey behind him and Mixon behind him. And then ninth place, of course, we just talked about is Ezekiel Elliott. The top rusher touchdown in the league is Ezekiel Elliott with 13 touchdowns rushing this year. Followed by him is Rashad Penny and Chris Carson, 2 Seahawks right there at second and third respectively. Behind them is Le'Veon Bell, Valentine, Mack, and Dak Prescott with 9. Top receivers right now, 72 catches and over 1,127 yards. Amari Cooper leads the way in the NFL with 7 touchdowns. He is not in the top, but the top receiving touchdown man out there is Cole Beasley with 13 touchdowns. And we are about to see this man in person, OBJ, with 10 touchdowns receiving this year. Can the Cowboys put clamps on him in the passing game and keep him from doing what he's done so well this season? Top tackler in the NFL is Reuben Foster, who we just went up against. And now, Awuzie, down there, the cornerback, at 107 tackles. It's just crazy that a corner has this many tackles, but that just tells you how bad our defense has been passing-wise. Right now, putting in the top 5. The top tackle for a loss man in the league right now is Tank Lawrence right now. 14 tackles for a loss puts him up at top in the league, and also is leading over Myles Garrett now with his 22nd sack, and that puts him atop in the NFL. We're going to have to check on the records here in just a minute, and we will do that. The top pick man in the league is Richard Sherman, now with 6 interceptions this season. Puts him atop in the NFL. How about that for him? Good season he's been having. Anybody have more than 1 defensive touchdown this season? No, just a whole bunch of dudes with 1. So let's go ahead. Let's look at the NFL records for a single season. Passing yards, that's not going to get broken. We don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about that. Rushing TDs, not even close. Nope, not going to catch any of those. Okay, let's go to defensive sacks. So last year, Tank had 37 sacks, and I think we can all say right now that's not going to get caught. We're not going to catch what we did with Tank last year, but we very well could move in and he can have number 1 and number 2, which seems much more likely that that will be the case. So looks like he'll not break his own record, but at least put himself in second behind his own record. But yo, that is it, man. We're getting ready for this Cleveland Browns team. It's a massive game for both us and the Eagles as we are going up against. It's the battle of the 9-4s, or the 9-4s. We have the 9-4 Cowboys on the road against the 9-4 Browns. So then you have the 9-4 Eagles at home against the 9-4 Cardinals. So a massive episode coming up, y'all. Do not miss it. It will be back here on Wednesday on the channel. Our team is fully healthy. We have everybody back from injury except for Tavon Austin, our return man, and also sometimes a slot receiver. But Jarwin is back into the mix. We have on defense, finally Smith is back. So we're healthy as we've been in a long time, in the biggest time of our season right now. So stay tuned for this episode coming up Wednesday. I cannot wait to jump into it all. Playoff positioning at stake, absolutely. But thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that thumbs up, comment down below, and I'll see you back here in the next video. Y'all take it easy.